Hi everyone, I'm Abate. Welcome to my channel Africa Every Day. Today's video, I want to talk about some of the things that I hear about the Western world that I'm not happy with. Now, before you say, what is your problem with the Western world now? I want to tell you something that some of the things going on in my country has made this country to be upside down. As a result, you're a typical Nigerian. You want a country that things are supposed to be normal, and that country is chosen in the Western world. But before I explain those things that I hear about Western world that I'm not happy with, I'm going to talk about those things that make some of the things that make Nigerian to be a backward and upside down country. Some of the things you hear, in fact, many of you will be hearing this for the first time, and I'm going to tell you every piece of information I'm going to be telling for this video is 100% accurate. Number one funny, ridiculous thing that you hear in Nigeria, number one, is that a snake swallowed government money. Yes, a snake. There was a time that some government agents, they were being investigated for embezzling. Do you know the excuse that they gave? They said a snake has swallowed the money. Can you imagine that? And believe me, that case led to nowhere. And those people, I'm very, very sure they will be free in their homes now. And that case, gone dark. That tells you the kind of excuse that you will hear about the people embezzling this government. Imagine a snake swallowed the money. And that was tendered as an official reasoning, as an official reason for the missing money. Can you imagine that? All right. The second one I want to talk about this is that a certain politician, I'm going to mention his name because in Nigeria now, uh, many online public speakers, they are being sued for defamation. And one thing about defamation in Nigeria, in advanced world, when you sue me for defamation, well, the honors lie in you to prove to the court that I defame you. Looking at what I said and the effect that what I said has on you. But in Nigeria, defamation suit is quite different. When you are sued by somebody bigger than you, the problem is that they know that they might not win the case. But once you are arrested and you are being detained, where you are going to be detained is going to be in the same place where called prisoners are being kept. So you may stay there for 2-3 weeks, and that on its own is a punishment that no one wants to face. Can you imagine that? You'll be detained in a high maximum security prison, and you are just being detained for the court case. You're not a criminal at all. So that tells you how things are being run in Nigeria. So we always try to avoid being sued. Even if you are sued, we fight as much as we can to make sure that our bail is given. Yes, in some cases, a bail will not be given to tell you how serious that is. The second one I want to talk about is there was a certain politician that kept huge amount of cash in his water tank. Yes, kept huge amount of cash in his water tank. So when the money was counted by EFCC is the organization in Nigeria who goes after those who are misappropriation of public funds and all these Yahoo guys too. I'm talking about the online fraudsters. So the money was kept there. He could not even spend the money, he could not put the money in the bank. He put the money in the tank there. And believe me, you might be thinking somebody who was caught around there like that should, of course, be sent to the prison. He wasn't sent to prison, it was settled out of the court. We don't know what happened. The news did not publish what happened. Nobody knows. And the case went down. That tells you the kind of things that we are facing in this country. And if you are thinking it is only related to politics, you are wrong. It's only related to policies, you are extremely wrong. Now, let me tell you this. If you are a victim of gunshot, you are a victim of gunshot and you are helped and taken to a hospital, the hospital will tell you that you need to take the victim is bleeding right there, bleeding, almost dying. Then the doctor, they will tell you to go and get police report that this victim is not a criminal, so. And in many cases, the victim will have died before the police report comes in. Though 2 years ago, that has been changed, that you can treat them, but later you can tell them to go and get the police report. But we find out that these doctors, many of them are still doing this. And the problem is that when you go to the police, you know, to arrest them, they don't. And one thing about Nigeria is that if you go to a police station, to lodge a report, to lodge a complaint, do you know the first thing they will ask you to do? They ask you to pay money. Yes, you have to pay certain money before your complaint can be taken. Even probably you are a popular person or you are very, very stubborn, you're not ready to pay any amount of money, believe me, your complaint will go nowhere. Without money, your complaint goes nowhere in Nigeria. So I'm saying this so that you can understand. When we try to project a normal thing to a Western country, we want to study, we want to be following that country just to know that things are supposed to be normal. Things going on in this country are not normal. We want to be sharing the news and information about a normal country so that you not lose your sanity. You can understand that. All right. Because I don't want this video to be unnecessarily long, so I'll be mentioning just 2 or 3 points. I don't want to be extremely, unnecessarily long. One of them is that when I hear it, this one happened last week. A Detroit police officer stole $600 from a suspect. $600 from a Detroit police officer. This happened last week in Detroit. I could just not believe it. Believe me, I was sad because American police is the police that we sing as the number one in the world. Yes, in terms of efficiency, in terms of gadgets, we could be wrong because we are living here in Africa. Those of you out there, you may have different horrible things that you want to say about American police. Of course, I know we have them. Some of you have been boiling hearing this. The American police is very, very good. You might not be happy with it, but believe me, for someone looking from outside, most especially for someone who is watching Hollywood. We see American police as the epitome of police in the world. And hearing that made me sad, even though I'm not connected to it in any way. Then the second one is the way the ICE are deporting the illegal immigrants. Yeah, don't get me wrong, I have nothing against deporting the illegal immigrant. I think every country should do that unless they are seeking asylum and they must follow the proper official channel. But one thing that some of the ICE agents are doing is that they dress in non-uniform with mask. How could it be arresting illegal immigrants with mask? That doesn't make any sense. That means that anybody could disguise as IC agent with mask and kidnap people. I believe that should not happen in such a country. If it happens in a country like Nigeria, we know that things are outside of this country. That is quite understandable, unfortunately. But something like that happening in the United States, I believe the United States should be well advanced far beyond that. Why wearing a mask to arrest illegal immigrants? You don't need that. Show your face, your ID card, so that you can be properly identified. All right, that's today's video. It's going to be very, very short. Remember, support me by becoming one of my patrons, or you can decide to buy me a cup of coffee. Your support is highly appreciated. Whatever opinion of this video, please let me know in the comment section below. Like and share the video. And if you have any topic that you want me to discuss, want me to talk about, please put it in the comment section below. And if you want to contact me privately, my contact will be in the description of the video. I hope to see you guys next time. Bye.